We're just gonna wing it. We're gonna pretend we're live.
I started.
Oh, that's good.
What's up, guys?
What's up, y'all? It's live. So we have decided that we are gonna record this new phase of life, this new journey that God has inspired us to go on, which is shifting from our regular homeschool to more of an unschooling, even though I haven't researched it all the way. And I'm okay with that, because what I have learned from God is that when God says do something, just do it.
Mm-hmm.
Because when we spend the time to look it up and understand it and fully make sure it's what we want to do, then we're probably going to backpedal out of what God said. Because sometimes God asks us to do things that we don't want to do. Mm-hmm. And so, here we are today. It's Monday. And we're at the library. I'm here with Josh and Gabby, and Miracle's holding our phone because technically she's graduated, but we brought her anyway because that would be fun. So God kind of gave me a process that we're going to look at and what we're going to do. Oh my goodness, we forgot the list of things that you guys are interested in. It's a great first day of school. So that's fine. We'll just have them think about library. Have them think about something that they want to study, and then we've got some questions we're going to ask. And so I'm about to break all that down for them right now because they don't know.
Surprise!
Do we want to keep recording it?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
So here are some things that I jotted down. And so in my mind, like, this is what the process is going to look like. I already had them last week write down this long list of anything that they were interested in, and we were going to bring it today, and we were going to go over it and figure out, like, okay, so what 2 or 3 things do we want to start with? And so they're going to write down the topic or what they're interested in, what's the question that they want to answer. Like if you say, I want to study why the sky is blue, that's the question you want to answer. And then they're going to write down like all the places that they're going to look for information. But this is kind of like their ending thing that we're going to go over at the end. So it's going to be them turning in where are the places that you researched. Did you go online? Did you look at books? Did you read magazines? Did you interview someone? Like all the methods that you use to find the answer for your question.
Cite your sources.
Cite your sources. Boom. That's why Miracle's here. Was your question answered? And how so?
Or why not?
Or why not? Did you learn more than just the answer? What did you learn? What will you remember the most? Because a lot of times when you guys are reading books or whatever you're looking at, like there's some stuff that sticks and some stuff that doesn't. But like, what was that one big takeaway that you're like, oh, I'm going to remember this forever? What was your favorite part? What would you most likely share with someone else?
That's a good
Oh,
question.
you know what? I do know why the sky is blue. Let me share you.
Yeah.
Hopefully not in an obnoxious way that makes you sound like that person, but where it's, hey, I do know that. Let me share with you what I learned. Do you want to learn more about this topic, or are you satisfied with your level of knowledge? Because you may find, you know what, I'm not interested in that, like hot air balloons. I don't want to ride in one because I did this little mini thing, and I realized it was scary, and that's not where I want to be.
And also note that for your child specifically, they might be a person that needs to have questions, because in unschooling you don't want to just send them with this book that they need to read and then just go, cool, read that, bye. And so to have these questions would be a really good idea if you were to unschool.
Yeah, especially if you're not sure that child would actually read that book.
Yes.
Need some
Behind closed doors in
accountability.
their room.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
whether it's a book or a chapter or a video, there really needs to be some follow-up. And so these questions are what you guys are going to use as guidelines. This won't be the law. Okay? Won't need all of these answers. But this one is good. This last one I have. How can this information impact you? Or how can you apply it in your life?
What if it can't?
You're right. I'll add that in there. What if it can't impact you in your life? But I'll need to know that you actually looked at it.
Hopefully
and
it
there's
will.
a reason why. You know what? I don't have a plan on using this. But you might.
Almost everything you read has a benefit, so if it didn't give you a benefit, you didn't read it.
Well,
There's
then,
always something to learn from everything.
Yeah.
is that how you feel about school? And
Not
all the
always.
books that you've had to do in school?
I have the problem called no care syndrome. So if I don't care about what I'm reading, I'm not going to remember it. So
Yeah.
So this could be great for you. We'll see. These are our
because
second
I'm
two
actually learning about
kids.
something I want to learn about.
Hopefully. And hopefully it's more than just video games.
And the library is a great place to start
You're
because
yelling.
you have all
You're
this
yelling.
variety of books. Like this one goes a long way just in
All
a
of history.
short period of history.
This is
Josh, that's
miracles. We
all
don't
of
even know
history.
what this is.
All of history.
Oh, all of history is in this
Yeah,
book.
it's gonna go through like basic ideas and explain them simply. Or not basic, but like complicated ideas about history. It's like, I don't understand what they're talking about. It'll break that down for you. Because I'm a nerd.
Awesome.
I'll read this.
Yeah, and they have more too. I want to
I'll
get the
just
one on
have you tell me
psychology.
about it.
Yeah, so and also this worked for me when my mom said, "Hey, you have to read your book. If you make it an assignment or a requirement before they get to do their privileges," which I had to read, an hour of book before I could do anything I wanted to do. So if you put them on an assignment where it's like, if you want to do this, you have to do this. So they're learning and they end up getting to do what they want to do. So both the parent and the child wins.
Sometimes,
Yeah, I think you had to
yeah.
read an hour to get 30 minutes of games.
Yeah,
And
it was a rough life for
Make
me.
them work for it.
So first things first, that's kind of what we're going to do in school, but first we're going to start with some spiritual stuff because that's why they're home in the first place, so we can get our grounding and footing and know who we are.
Hallelujah.
Yes. So we're going to start with mindsets of an orphan versus mindsets of sonship. So we're going to sign off here. We're going to get started. Enjoy the journey.
You guys have a good one.
Bye.